Hi, this is recording, and I'm sharing with you an exciting message about my life at the moment. I know a few of you have been following what I've been sharing, and friends, people I don't even know. It's just been really inspiring how YouTube connects you with so many people and on similar journeys, and it's just good to hear from one another. I wanted to share, like, transparently, what I've been doing in my life, and I think when you go through something and you're in it, and I'm still in it obviously, but when you're going through a year, it's more evident when you're in the full light. Like now in the summer, basically summer solstice next weekend, it's like, yeah, I feel like I see more of what I've been doing, and I understand more of why I'm here in this space and doing what I'm doing. And this is encouraging for probably a lot of people who feel like you're basically doing, what am I doing with my life? You had a vision maybe a few years ago, and you started to pray into it and to see it manifest. But then nothing really happened, and then you started making, so you made big decisions. Maybe you quit your job like I did, or you started a business, or you went away, or you did something major to cut that cord and to create that new thing. And now you're like, what am I doing? I'm in this void space. And I've been in this void space all year in terms of career. And I ended up earning money through teaching English online to Chinese kids through just a massive, a massive company in China, which I would never have just done, but I did it because my partner recommended it to me, and it's been a really reliable cash earner. But I was feeling like, I'm just doing this for the cash. There's nothing. There's no other reason. Why would I teach to these Chinese kids through this massive company that I don't really understand and maybe don't really totally agree with, particularly ethically? I'm like, I don't know, is this a great way of teaching kids? And side by side with that, I've been working in a clothes shop, just a retail clothes shop locally, because I wanted to be working a lot of my time in and around and about my locality where I live. And then started tutoring languages, and I only recently have been understanding why I've been doing what I'm doing. And there's lots of reasons, just in terms of interest and skills, but it's really not judging what you're doing because you feel like, what does this mean? Because essentially what we're going through is a whole transition of energy. We're changing from very solidified, old-fashioned, because it's old, so it's become whole and solidified. We're changing our societal structure. Like more and more people are starting up new businesses which are beyond, which are innovative, which are combining lots of different themes and very controversial. Lots of people starting up very organic ideas. We're going our own way, and when a lot of people are not hooking into this idea of pensions and this idea of stable 9-to-5 jobs, there's very alternative ideas coming into the realm, which is what fascinates me, which is why I quit the kind of Monday to Friday 9-to-5. I felt like I needed to build something outside of that mold. And I just landed head first in what felt like a pile of shit. Part of my own shit, really, to wade through and to figure out, okay, now I'm looking at the dregs, the stuff that I could ignore and could be in the shadows when I was preoccupied with looking good and doing the normal thing, which, if you are working 9-to-5, it doesn't mean that, obviously you'll know, it doesn't mean that that's wrong, because some of us, it's just really our mission to do that, and I really admire that. But for some of us, and often it's, I wish it wasn't to some degree, although I don't really wish that, but sometimes I'm like, why? Some of us, we are in this kind of alternate state because that's our role for the collective. When I say the collective, I mean that's our role for humanity, that we're doing this for each other. And so mine has been to come out of that at least for the moment, and to build something alternative. And it takes time, like it's taking me time to do this. And it's really being in that void space, that space where there is like nothing else, and you're just sitting with yourself and you're like, I feel like I have been swearing and angry and had explosions of fiery temper this year like no other year, because all of my triggers are coming up and it's releasing, and it's an opportunity for all of us to release that temper which has been trapped, like that band I used to like at university, temper trap. It's like all that angst which we have, which represents the angst of a whole collective angst for many years of feeling like they're slaving to a job, slaving to a life that they don't really want to slave to. We're shifting that, and it's really earthy and it's really slow, like it takes time. And then these things, they just start to like peep through like a little seed in the plant pot, like I showed in my other video about sacred sexuality. The little seeds, like some of the seeds that pop through so quickly, I planted and they came through already. But some of them will take time, but they are growing. And the thing is that we can envision in this space, and we can stand and love and embrace the things which come up. So a lot of it is choosing to do that, and it's the energy of this very watery energy of, will I just choose to feel, like rather than slog through all my tasks, would I just choose one and do it slowly so that I can feel? Because that goes against everything I've learned in the job world and in the education world. It hurts to go against all that stuff because it's ingrained in me from when I first started going to school. So it's like, ow. But we've got to do it because this stuff isn't good. Like if you're holding back your true feelings, if you have pain in your body like I do now, which is why I'm making this video, because I'm actually having a lot of pain in my body to do with this today, then it's because we are releasing something, and it's important to stand. And for those who couldn't, we're doing it for them, and for those who can't, we're doing it for them too. And it's being able to choose that role that you've chosen divinely in your destiny to do that. So yeah, it's basically creating a new form of work, which for me, a new form of living, which for me is one based on the capacity to be fluid and to be in the flow, which can look like in any place that you're in. It's starting to manifest that from within, which is the hardest place. It's not an external thing. It's starting to really go into the grace and the flow from within, and to undo the wounds and the pains of our shared history. So I hope this encourages you. Thanks for watching. Many blessings.